Hello and welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. Guys, on yesterday, I did a video and I was explaining that I didn't know what to grow in this area here right in front of the chicken coop. And I've been trying to use as much space as I have available. And so this is an area that I wish that I could grow kale or collards or any kind of leafy greens that the girls could eat to help supplement their diet. But we have trouble with a lot of deer in the area, and they will just come and just dig the whole thing up and eat it. And then also, I had some issues with leaf miners in the past. And so, what I decided when I went to bed last night, it was heavy on my mind. And what came to me was I could plant herbs, something that the deer maybe they would not like the smell of it. And so I did some research and found that many of the herbs, with the exception of basil and parsley, most of the other herbs the deers will not eat. They don't like the smell. So what I did was I went to Lowe's this morning and they were having a sale on their vegetable transplants, three for $10. So what I did is I purchased some rosemary, as you see here, and purchased rosemary, lavender, and some German thyme. And while I was there, I picked up some more marigolds, and there were a couple of petunias that I saw on clearance. And so I decided that's what I was going to plant in this area. And where you see I have the empty cups here, this is where I'm going to throw in some soil and drop some seeds for sage. They were completely out of sage. I also went to another big box store and they didn't have any sage either. And just want you to know that because I haven't used this raised bed in quite some time, the soil was so hard. I had to use a shovel instead of a little hand trowel just to get these plants in here. So what I did is I just made a hole just enough to put these little pots in, and then I'm going to add some potting soil and then drop some seeds for sage, and hopefully because the soil will be nice and loose, that maybe I'll have good germination. And then once they've germinated and have grown a bit, I'll take it out of the pots and just slip it into the area and remove the pots out of this raised bed. But here's the German thyme here, and the rest are just marigolds and petunias, yellow petunias. And then over here, this is my lavender. And so I'm thinking that even with the herbs, especially the lavender, will create a nice scent here around the chicken coop. Right, girls? Get you some lavender. And as you can see, they've just finished eating and drinking, and they are just strutting, walking around here in the chicken coop. It is such a beautiful day today, absolutely beautiful. And while I have your attention, guys, I also want to share with you how the other young ladies are doing, the ones that I purchased in March. And here they are. They are 2 months old now. They were purchased on March 25th. And so on May 25th, of course, they were 2 months old. But as you can see, they're very beautiful. They've really grown. I have switched them over from starter feed to, I didn't want to purchase that intermediate feed. I just went on and gave them the food that I'm giving the other chickens or hens that I have here on the homestead, just to cut back on so many different bags of soil, not soil, uh, feed for the chickens. I'm sorry. But as you can see, they're coming close to me. They hear my voice. And these were purchased from the Tractor Supply. And guys, several years ago when I first started raising chickens, they were like $2.99 each. Now they are like $5 each for one chicken. So they have their water there that they can get from that little red nipple. And of course their food is in this particular feeder right here. As you'll notice, the top of their chicken coop does not have a roof. And so I watch the weather daily, and if there's any high percentage of rain, I usually grab this board here and just cover the top of their house just to keep them a little dry, because when it rains it can become very muddy inside here, and their feet usually gets attached to a lot of mud, and so just trying to prevent that as much as possible. Although I know there'll be some days when I'm at work, I won't be able to come out, but uh, just watching the weather ahead, also looking at the week 10 days in advance and trying to see how I can protect the birds. And there's one more area that I would like to share with you while I am here in the backyard. Okay, so this is my in-ground garden, and what I have here is cantaloupe, watermelon, pumpkin, uh, other sorts of watermelon. I have Jubilee, I have Crimson Sweet, I have Sugar Baby, I also have Honeydew Melon, and then over in these containers over here, because I know the watermelon and the other vining vegetables will be crawling all over everywhere. So I just wanted to add these containers where I have added more tomatoes, some broccoli, there's some collards over there in the back, and back there is my mess of all different kinds of pots and pallets, things that I've collected that I regret picking up. You can become, someone who collects a lot and then you don't have proper storage for it. Well, that's me. So I'm hoping to clean up this area very soon and complete the rest of the fencing. And I may just go on and get rid of these pallets because I noticed that the wood from the pallets are attracting those roly-polies. And I definitely don't want an infestation of roly-polies. So I will be getting rid of a lot of this stuff here. And then, of course, over here, this is my compost bins that my son made for me using pallets. And I've just been throwing vegetables, leaves, grass, what have you, in those bins. And what you see, that green stuff that you see on top there, when I pruned my tomatoes, I had a lot of leaves that I didn't need. So I just threw them in there. But this is the in-ground garden. I'm hoping that they'll get enough sunlight and really produce some watermelon. I haven't been able to grow watermelon now for the past 3 or 4 years. But the first 1 or 2 years that I grew watermelon, it was such a huge success. The same thing with cantaloupe, huge success. So I keep trying every year, and hopefully this will be the year that I'll get some watermelon, cantaloupe, pumpkin, and also honeydew melon. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you would consider subscribing. You're definitely welcome. Please hit that like button so that and the notification bell so that you would be kept abreast of when I've posted a new video, and you can help watch and track the success of this in-ground garden. One last thing, this plant that you see right here in this pot, that is my Nanking cherry over there, and it was in the butterfly garden area, but it got so huge that I needed to remove it. So I just placed it here, and it has even grown since it's been in this area. But that's all, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless. Bye-bye.